it's me. It's been a little while, I know, but just life. So anyway, today I learned that this week was anti-bullying week, and today is apparently the last day. And as it's quite late on a Friday, I think it's like nearly 9 o'clock, I think. It's 8:20 as I record this, so it's getting to the tail end of Friday. Technically it's the end of the day, but it's still evening, it's still Friday, so this still kind of counts. But yeah, anyway, anti-bullying week. I thought I would do a little thing about it. I was gonna write on my website about it this morning when I found out, but I just could not get it right. I was having so much trouble getting it in words that I thought I would just vlog it. I wasn't very good with speaking words either today. I thought I would vlog it, because I just could not get the words out, like typing them. I was just having so much trouble, and I ended up writing other stuff instead, because I sort of got my writing mojo back. But anyway, yeah. Let me just turn this screen off a minute, because I had music on and I've turned it off and the screen was annoying me. So anyway, anti-bullying week. So I'm just going to talk about I'm going to talk a bit about my experiences, and I'm not entirely sure why I only just, I remember one year they made such a big deal out of anti-bullying week, and then this year I haven't seen anything at all. I literally found out by accident, so. But anyway, this is a bit my experience with bullying and stuff like that, so. I think I mentioned it in a previous vlog, might have been one of my tag videos, that I was bullied in the past. I mean, most people have. I can't think of any people that haven't had at least a small amount of bullying, because kids are horrible, let's face it. Kids don't like other kids, okay? But I was bullied pretty much my whole school life. Various things, I guess, were the not triggers, but you know, what made people want to do it. You know, kids don't like anyone that's different, so you get a ginger kid and they're gonna get bullied. So I was the lucky one. And yeah, all through my school life, on and off, I had been bullied. College was like the only time really when I was in education that I didn't really get bullied. But school, it was all the time pretty much. And it was really disappointing how the schools, like primary and secondary schools dealt with it. Primary school, they were a little bit better at first. Like at the beginning, primary school were alright at dealing with it. I'm not going to go into like every incident and everything like that, but there was one girl particularly at primary school who was just really horrible. She like had it in for me, and you know, it was physical and it was emotional bullying, and that's another thing I want to say. Like, just because it's not physical doesn't mean it's not bullying. If you make someone feel like this big, that is bullying. You know, you're being horrible for the sake of being horrible, and it's not worth it. You know, wouldn't you rather make friends than be a little cow or dog or whatever animal you want to put there? You know, just be nice. But anyway, yeah, I was at school and I was bullied quite a lot through the difference between primary school and secondary school was quite, like, now I look back on it, it's quite shocking, I think. Like, primary school, they dealt with it, they talked to the girl, they talked to, you know, anyone else that was involved and all that sort of stuff, and they tried at first. then it carried on and they didn't really bother. But at first, they were really good about it. And I remember, you know, they actually talked to the girl and stuff like that. In the end, me and the girl actually became sort of friends. We became civil. Not friends like best friends, but, you know, we wouldn't be, like, she wouldn't be horrible to me, and I was always trying to be nice anyway, but, like, sometimes if she'd see me on my own at playtime, she would come and talk to me and that sort of stuff. So, school, it ended up alright. Like primary school. Secondary school was a bit different. Secondary school, they did absolutely nothing. No matter how many times you went and said something, they would do nothing. And in the end, you just give up. Like, at secondary school, the only time I remember a teacher ever caring about anything was when I was dragged down a bus by my hair. Apart from that one time, they never took anything seriously. Like, now I look back on it, they took nothing seriously, and it's disappointing. You go to school and you want to feel safe, you know. You go to school to learn, and you go to school to be safe. You go to school for those two reasons, and, like, you're supposed to be safe, and you're supposed to feel safe, and you don't feel safe if you're being bullied. Like, you feel like something's going to happen all the time, and it's uncomfortable, and it's a horrible feeling, you know, not wanting to go to a place where you're supposed to feel safe, you know. And when teachers don't seem to care, it just makes it worse. Like, it's been a few years since I've been at school, you know. I'm 22 now, I haven't been to school for a little while, but so I don't know if it's changed, but when I was at school it was really, really disappointing. And it made you want to just give up and not tell anyone anything, because they would just look at you and be like, yeah, we'll do something, and they never do. They used to sit there and look me right in the eye and go, yeah, we'll sort this out, don't worry. We'll get back to you on what we've done. Never got back to me. Oh yeah, we'll tell so-and-so's parents. Never did. Oh yeah, we'll set up a meeting for you and so-and-so to talk it out. No, they did nothing. They sit there and they lie to you. Yeah, I know school's busy and stuff, but especially with pastoral care, put your students first. You know, the ones that are coming to you crying and stuff, you sort that out. You don't just sit there and go, yeah, we'll sort out, really blasé about it. No. Like, at the time, it upset me, and now I look back on it and I just get really angry. I get really annoyed that schools do that. Like, they just push it to one side. They're like, oh, it's just kids being kids. No. It is not just kids being kids. Yeah, kids are horrible to other kids. But you stamp it out. Sometimes, yeah, you can say, like, especially at primary school, they don't know it's wrong. You teach them that it's wrong. You don't let them get away with it, because then they think that it's okay. And it's not okay to make someone feel that small about themselves, okay? You just don't do it. You teach that it's wrong. You do not just push it to one side and hope that the kid learns themselves, because they never learn. They never learn. And it makes me so angry. Because you see people that you went to school with that were horrible to you, and they're still doing it to people. They're still mouthing off here and there to anyone that they can do it to, because they never learned that it was wrong, because no one ever told them. It's ridiculous, and that is why I wish that there was a bigger deal made about Anti-Bullying Week, and that is why I wish I knew about it before, so I could have done this before. But anyway, it is wrong. You push a kid's fear to one side, and they're just going to keep it to themselves, and it's going to bottle up, and they're going to make themselves ill. Stress can make people ill. They could resort to other things, and it's not right. Or because you can be bothered to get off your backside and talk to a different kid. It's kids are scared to say anything because they know that the person that's brilliant at them is going to find out, and they know that when that kid finds out, they're going to just make it 10 times worse. But schools should be making it so you feel you can talk to a teacher or someone, teaching assistant or whatever, and feel like it's going to be taken seriously and that it's not going to happen again. Kids should be being taught that this is wrong, and they don't get taught that. They just get taught, yeah, don't do that. That's it. No punishment, no, if someone, like at secondary school, if they'd done like they did at primary school and sat me in a room with someone and been like, talk it out, I'd have been happy. Like, let me explain how you've made me feel, and then see, try and get you to understand that it's not a nice feeling, and if you felt like this, you wouldn't want that, But no, school don't do that, no. They just go, yeah, it's alright, kids will be kids. No, just no. I'm getting myself so angry I can't even speak properly now. Can't even think about what I want to say. Like, it's just ridiculous. It makes me so mad. When I look back at how it was treated, something that should have been taken seriously was never taken seriously. And it really makes me really mad. Really mad. And at the time, obviously, I was too busy being upset to be mad. But now I look back on it, I'm really mad and I'm really disappointed. And I wish at the time I had known better and I could have gone up to like the head teacher and complained about the services, but I never did because I wasn't thinking about that. And I was too busy thinking about what was going to happen next to me. What was going to get said next. What was going to make me cry next. What was going to do this next. And at school, your main concerns should be, have I done my homework? Do I have enough money for lunch? Do I understand what the teacher is telling me? Not, oh, and do I have my PE kit? Not, who is going to say something to me today? What are they going to say? Is it just going to be words? Do I need to hide? Do I have to avoid anyone today? Shouldn't be like that. Literally, your only concerns at school should be, do I understand what the teacher is telling me? Do I have my homework? Do I have my PE kit? And maybe do I have money for lunch? Because lunch is an important meal and you should never, ever forget to eat lunch because it's important, just like breakfast. I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I don't eat breakfast, but eat breakfast, especially before school. But yeah, anyway, off topic. You should not, and you shouldn't be feeling like you can't go to school. You should feel like and no one wants to go to school, but you should feel like school isn't that bad. Like, it's it's inconvenient getting up, but you shouldn't feel like you don't want to go because you're scared. That's just wrong. And I hope that schools have changed their system now, especially the school I went to. I hope it's better now. But yeah, if you're being bullied, and even in the workplace, because it happens in the workplace as well. It doesn't just happen at school or after school clubs or just to kids. It happens to adults as well. If you're being bullied, adult or child, tell someone and try and get it sorted out. If you're at work and a colleague's bullying you, talk to your manager. And if you're at school and someone's being bullying you, talk to a teacher you trust. And if you've got a pastoral care, go there. Hopefully they're better than my school was. Or talk, just find another staff you trust, or talk to a friend and then go with a friend. And you don't have to do it by yourself. Okay, you can talk to a friend and you can say to your friend, hey, I'm having trouble and I want to talk to a teacher but I don't want to go on my own. Could you come with me, please? A good friend will do that for you. So just don't keep it to yourself. Okay? Talk to someone and ask them to help you fix it. And schools should be teaching kids what is wrong with bullying, why you don't do it, and make kids think about what their words can do. how their words can make other people feel. And we should just all be a bit more aware of that in general. We should all be a bit more aware of how we can make people feel with our words and our actions. And yeah, just don't be afraid to get help if you need help. Because if you don't, you're going to be like me, and you're going to look back when you're older and you're going to be really angry. And you shouldn't look back on your school past and be angry. You should be happy. And maybe mildly annoyed that you didn't get the grade you wanted, but you shouldn't be angry about how it was dealt with. If you're not happy with how something is being dealt with, then you go higher up. And you do not give up. Never give up. In the words of Dory the fish from Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. That is all I have to say for now. Good night.